Welcome back. All right, so this is the second of these videos I'm doing after Horvat gets traded. They're gonna be going, they're gonna be published in just this random way. But I'm gonna make sure this one publishes tomorrow because yeah, the Islanders I think did well, and here's why. So I was talking about the trade and how I felt that the Islanders had won this trade. Barzell can't win a faceoff. Matthew Barzell, good, solid forward, can't win a faceoff. Watching Islander games and hearing them constantly like, you need somebody to cover and faceoffs are a problem. Bo Horvat's excellent at faceoffs. Takes a ton of them. Is the has been the designated faceoff guy for the Canucks for years, and he's one of the top guys in the league at taking faceoffs for years. So this is a really solid pickup, and he immediately becomes the number one scorer for the New York Islanders by a mile. Now Horvat is having a career year, and it's going to cost some money to extend him. That's why he's not a Canuck anymore. But more to the point, the reason he's not a Canuck anymore is because they have so many crap contracts that they have to trade guys because they can't afford to keep them. So for the Islanders, they're 25, 22, and 5, and everybody's, ready to give up on them. And the playoff odds aren't great, 12.2%. The highest they've been on the power rankings, 8th. The lowest they've been 21st, and currently they're 20th. So they've had their struggles. In their first 10 games, they were 6-4. They went 6-4 in the second 10 as well. And then they went 5-4-1 in the next 10 to get to 17, 12, and 1 through 30 games. Then they went 5-4-1 again to go to 22, 16, and 2 on the season. So they were good, and then it's kind of fallen off for them lately. They've gone 3-6-3 since the 40-game mark of the season. But I understand why Lou Lamoriello is not throwing in the towel. I've got them listed as hopeful in their status. Their MVP has been Barzell. But seriously, having Horvat out there to take all those faceoffs, it will change the way Islander games go. It will make a big difference. And I really believe that. And so I think that while they have the 12.2% playoff odds, and it is not easy to jump over teams to get into the playoff race when you're this far into the season, I totally understand why Lou Lamoriello is going for it. And if they sign Horvat to an extension, they have a forward in his prime who's capable of scoring 30 to 40 goals a season. Horvat, 31 goals, 23 assists, 54 points, becomes the by default leader in points because the Islanders are also a team that don't score very much. So they solve the face-off problem. Plus, they pick up a guy who might end up scoring 40 goals by the end of the year. That's only 9 with the Islanders after the trade, so it can happen. Nelson, 19 goals, 27 assists, 46 points. Barzal, 12 goals, 31 assists, 43 points. And if they put him on the wing for Horvat, right? I'm just saying that as an if. If they did that, who knows? Horvat's got all the goals. Barzal with a ton of assists. Lee, 19 goals, 16 assists, 35 points. And Dobson, having another solid season, 10 goals, 17 assists, 27 points. So for the Islanders, I think this really does improve their team. And I understand there's all this, well, it's a rental, so whatever. I really don't get the feeling that this is going to be a rental because Horvat, I think, wants to get that long term deal. He wants to get paid, and the Islanders can make that happen this summer. Absolutely. If you look at their tandem in net, Sorokin and Varlamov, two of the best goaltenders in the league. Sorokin, you could make the argument as the best goaltender in the league. I don't know if I can jump down that rabbit hole and say, yep, he's the best in the league, but he's one of the best in the league. So that is saying a lot. And for the Islanders now, they have a goal scorer to go out there as well. They're pending UFAs. Horvat is a pending UFA at this stage. At the time I'm recording this, like I said in the trade video, he's probably going to sign a long-term extension while we're flying to California. Parisi, his contract's up at the end of this year. It's probably his last year. Mayfield has been good for the Islanders. I'd be kind of surprised if they don't keep him. Varlamov, solid option, though they may look for a cheaper option in net next season and going forward. You keep Sorokin, absolutely, he's your number one, and then probably change the backup. Lou Lamoriello's never been scared to change the goaltending before. Why would he be scared now? Fashing's on IR, but he's an unrestricted free agent. And I have to put Panik's name up because Richard Panik is a free agent this summer. And it's probably the last time I'm going to get a chance to put his name on the board unless he gets traded at the deadline, which seems unlikely. So for the New York Islanders, I understand the doom and gloom that's around the team at this point. They're definitely not the most exciting team to watch. They're definitely not the most fun to cover. But I will say this, they're efficient. They play a certain style that is all of their own. when they're having a good game, you can tell because there's no penalties, there's no whistles, and the game goes very fast. And I think Horvat's going to adjust to that. I really get the feeling he'll adjust quickly. I hope he does. And it does kind of mean that I'm kind of rooting for the Islanders, even though if they got into the playoffs as a wild card, they might face Boston in the first round. So that kind of leaves me in a lurch because I'm not going to go against Boston in the first round. But for the Islanders, if they get in, we know they can be dangerous. And I think that's what Lou Lamoriello's banking on at this point. So again, hopeful, yes. MVP at this point, Barzal. But if this trade works out for the Islanders, the MVP at the end of the season would be Sorokin. Probably Sorokin. I probably should have put Sorokin in the first place, right? At any rate, I'll leave it as Barzal. People will just say you're wrong, it's Sorokin. And I can't really make an argument, but hopefully by the end of the season, it's Horvat. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.